Whether your first class is at 8 a.m. or 12 p.m., get up at the same time every day. When you establish a regular schedule for yourself, getting into a groove becomes easier and easier. The weekly time awareness chart you downloaded can help you organize your life and manage your time better so these habits become second nature. Start by marking off the times you've got class and any other regular meetings like work, worship services, practice times, or club meetings. Next, fill in the times you plan to study each week. You may ask yourself, what is an appropriate amount of time to study? Successful students estimate spending 2 to 3 hours outside of class studying for every hour in class. So, if you are taking 15 credit hours, you may need to spend an average of 30 to 45 hours each week studying outside of class. That sounds like a lot of time, but if you plan to make mostly A's and B's, that is usually what is required at the college level. If possible, get most of your studying done before 6 p.m. Research shows that studying during daylight hours is more effective than hours spent after dark. Obviously, if you aren't able to put in the time before 6 p.m., don't let the sunset stop you. But if you can save those hours in the evening for other activities, like sleep, you will have a better chance of studying. Finally, one of the most important short-term goals you can start today is using a to-do list or a calendar to keep track of assignments and appointments. The semester time management worksheet you downloaded can be a very useful tool to help you see the whole semester at a glance. You can very easily see weeks that are more congested with lots of exams, papers, and projects, and others that will be more relaxed. Plan ahead and pace yourself to create a more manageable semester. Because short-term or mid-range goals are achieved more quickly than long-term goals, it is much easier staying on track with them. Long-term goals are more difficult to accomplish because it takes longer and more effort to reach them. Here are some helpful tips to staying on track to achieve your long-term goals. Remind yourself often of your long-term goals. Write your long-term goals down and read them often. When you read them, allow yourself to dream about them. Be realistic with the short-term goals and mid-range goals you have created to achieve your long-term goals. Remember, these are steps to your long-term goals, so make sure these short-term and mid-range goals are realistic. If you set smaller goals that are too challenging and hard to accomplish, it will make your long-term goals much harder to reach. If you find your short-term goals are not working for you, adjust them. There are often several paths that can lead to one long-term goal. So, if your short-term goals aren't working for you, adjust them so they do. Finally, throughout all our lives, we will all find obstacles or roadblocks that will get in our way. Plan ahead for these possibilities. Try to predict any obstacles you may face. By predicting them, they will be much easier to overcome when they arrive. Let's look at obstacles and roadblocks a bit further. As I said before, everyone will experience obstacles. Some may be more extreme than others, but everyone should plan for them. Write down 3 possible obstacles that might get in the way of achieving your long-term goals. Some examples may be difficult subject matter, uncooperative group members, too many distractions in study environments, professors with unclear expectations, and so on. Think about how much control you actually have over these issues. Usually, you will have no control over them, but only over what you do or how you handle these situations. Think about what you can do to eliminate or avoid these obstacles by keeping in mind the things you can actually control. If you need more time, pause the podcast and write down a few obstacles and ways to eliminate or avoid them, as well as ways to overcome them if they're unavoidable. Rejoin me when you are finished. Here's a quote to consider. Get your major purpose clear. Take off your plate all which hinges that purpose, and hold hard to all that helps it. And then go ahead with a clear conscience courage, sincerity, and selflessness. This is basically saying that you should figure out what your dreams are. Then, remove everything in your life that will stop you from reaching those dreams, and hold hard to all that will help you reach them. Then, go ahead with your life, working to achieve your dreams with all your best qualities, remembering to keep a clear conscience, be courageous, be sincere, and be selfless. This concludes the Goal Setting Workshop by the Student Success Center. If you have any questions about goal setting or other skills, please contact the Student Success Center at 581-6696 or stop by for a one-on-one appointment with one of our staff in 9th Street Hall. Also, check out any of our other podcasts while you're here. Good luck on your journey to success, and thank you.